Good evening, it's Ghost. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for the support on my first video. I really was not expecting that many people to find me. I've nearly hit 100 subs and I wanted to start getting to know my audience, so I had the idea for a bit of a drawing challenge. Here are the rules I gave myself. I had to do 3 colours per profile picture, and then choose at least 2 animals with the spelling of the letters of their username. Basically using their username as an acronym. It was important to me to keep everyone's anonymity, so I didn't want to make anything too obvious. I hope that's okay. I honestly thought that these rules would be easy to work with, but I was proven wrong very, very quickly. It took me a full day to figure out what animals matched each user, and turns out that some usernames only have like 4 letters. I had to take a few liberties. I hope you don't mind. I'll explain them along the way. Okay, let's get started. This one at least eased me in to the animal naming game because it gave me at least some letters to work with. But we ended up with a snake, a kaiken, and a kia. I hope I'm pronouncing those right. I'm learning a lot of animals from doing this as well, which is nice. And the colours were yellow, black, and white. Pretty simple. I don't normally work with yellows, so it was nice to work with different colours for once. I immediately knew I wanted to use the snake as the body, and I had the idea of taking inspiration from wyverns, which, you know, didn't completely pan out, but I wanted to do the 2 limbs and the snake-like body. And then I just wanted to add on the kia by doing a bunch of feathers in kind of like a fan motion. I kind of imagine this creature acting like a sugar glider in that sense. So it'll jump off cliffs and then open up the fans and it kind of just glides down. As for adding in the kaiken, I wanted to do the snout to kind of give it that cute little dog face. I enjoy using feathers as sort of like a mane down the back, so I definitely wanted to add that in as well. And of course, the feathers around the tail. I always like that feature. It's a shame I didn't get to use any of the colours of the kia because I feel like that would have really made the creature pop, but it was fun working with what I was given. I added little speckles as well as made it fluffy. It's a very common theme you're going to see. And I just used the white to add a bit more definition around the edges. I ended up changing the colour of the snout as well because I wanted to give more of the kaiken's colouring. The next one scared me, but I was also excited. It was a manta ray, a ram, and a rima? I'm not too sure, don't kill me. And I was given a few shades of purple to work with. I decided to go with the body of the manta ray and kind of build off it from there. I knew I wanted the horns of the ram, so I immediately tried to incorporate that. And from there on, it was just about compiling features into a way that I could get as seamless as possible, which kind of worked in the end. I really liked the purples I was given to work with, and so I turned them into a bit of a gradient. It was a bit difficult to make certain features stand out because it was such a monogamous colour palette, but I do enjoy working with those types of palettes as well. It was difficult to add in the rima. I don't know what the rima? I really should look that up, but I haven't got time. But I decided to just modify the horns a bit to make them a tiny bit more like antlerish, but it really didn't work out much because I didn't want to change the ram's horns too much. Both of them have a similar tail, so I just incorporated that on the end of the barb, which, you know, took away the manta ray's defensive capacity, but it probably doesn't need it. I also added the ears, which doesn't really make sense at all. I thought it looked nice because it kind of looked like a second set of fins as well as maybe working as ears. My favourite part was the 2 little eyes on the side though, which, you know, are kind of hard to see, but I think it makes it a lot cuter. I was really excited about this one. I love pangolins. And of course moths, amazing, and I like goats as well. Oh. My mum was once volunteering for the zoo we have nearby, and I don't know if the goats were her favourite part, but I think they were one of the most notable, because they kept trying to chew her, and they kept climbing on the roof and they'd have to get them down. She'd come home every day and talk about them. I don't know if moths necessarily have like specifically fluffy necks, but I see that a lot in designs, so I definitely wanted to add that to this creature. And I think it was a nice contrast to the scales as well. Just popping in quickly, I wanted to mention that I'm just a few followers away from getting verified on VGen. If you'd be interested in seeing more of my art and you do want to support me in this next step of my life, I don't know, I'll leave the link below. The next one I had to work with was a palace cat, a direwolf, and a deer. And the colours were again this teal selection. I immediately knew I wanted to go for the body of the palace cat because look at this thing, it's adorable. And as for the others, I knew I wanted to take the deer's ears. And as for the wolf, I kind of wanted to incorporate that into the face a bit. I tried to make the eyes a little bit more side-turned, but I think I could have pushed it more in the end, but oversight. As for the markings when it came to colouring, I wanted to do the sort of coloured in snout and top of the head from the direwolf, which, you know, I don't think I used a direwolf in this reference image, but it's kind of difficult to get a reference of an actual direwolf. Just imagine this creature is just very, very big. And I wanted to do the cheek markings of the palace cat. I took some of the speckles from the deer reference picture as well. The next one was a bear, a badger, and a wren. I gave myself the little cheat code to duplicate vowels, so I could duplicate at least one per animal. I decided I'd done a few to mammals, and so I wanted to lean more into the bird with this one, which was really fun because the wren's little body is really cute. I definitely knew I wanted to take the markings of the badger, and I tried to do the ears of the bear. I think I could have pushed it a bit more again. To allude to the bear a little bit more, I decided to kind of give it that dark underbelly shading. These colours were really difficult to work with. I normally have difficulty working with greens and reds because I don't want things to look too Christmassy. I could have leaned into like the watermelon aspect now that I think of it, but I did not have that in my head when I was looking at it. I did end up losing a bit of the dark underbelly because I wanted to add in a bit more of that feather look, and I felt like the kind of sketchiness was a bit overpowering in that sense. The eyes were a choice. I really didn't know how to incorporate this red, so I just kind of used it as the accent colour. I do really like the body and the design of the creature, but I kind of wish I got different colours. Moving on, we have a rat, a ferret, and a panda. And the colours I was given was a blue, pink, and purple. I don't remember exactly which ones were which, but I did end up having to give myself a little extension to the rule. If I couldn't find another animal, I would end up just typing random combinations of letters into the search bar and hoping that it would come up with something, and if it just didn't work out, I would find a name in the combination and it would lead me to, oh, this is so-and-so the bear, for instance. I really needed it because it was literally impossible at the end. But moving on, hopefully if it's you, you can still recognize it if one of the animals doesn't completely match up to your name. Quick side note, rats get way too much hate. I adore rats. One of my friends used to have a bunch of pet rats and he sends me photos of them all the time and they're very, very cute. And I really did want to focus on the ferret's body. I wanted to give it the tail of the rat, as well as the ears, and then I decided to give it the markings of the panda. The final creature I had time for, this one was another deer. I'm sorry, I really struggled with finding animals for this one. An Asian black bear and a nene? Nene? I really don't know. It looks like some type of goose. I might just stick to calling it a goose because I really don't want to mess it up too much. I know the reference picture doesn't have a deer with antlers. I decided to give it deer antlers because I really wasn't sure where else to fit in the deer. I wanted to give it the long neck of the goose, like, as well as the sort of tail and body shape. And then with the black bear, I just wanted to cover it in fur and add in the markings as well as the legs. It was looking a little bit weird. I think it's just because of me forgetting how to draw paws for a second, but I decided to move the body weight around to shift it to standing on just two legs and having the other legs kind of curled up, kind of like a T-Rex, or I don't know how else to describe it. Turned out very odd, but I like it. It's fine. The colors. Oh my gosh, the colors. They were so difficult with this one because they all had such similar values. I don't know how to save this one, but I hope it turned out okay to you guys. And it's not too far gone. I really enjoyed drawing all of these, so I had the idea to kind of start a colouring book of sorts, and I opened a Patreon. I'll be drawing and designing a different colouring page of a different sort of fantasy creature for each month. If you want to check it out, I'll leave it below as well. I definitely couldn't get through everyone, so if you enjoyed this video, let me know if you'd like to see a second part, and I might turn this into a bit of a series. Thanks so much again for being here. You're seriously changing my life. Stay safe, drink water, and remember to rest.